All right, what's up, guys? So back with another one here. Now, this is going to be a little bit controversial, maybe, for now. But trust me, in time, you'll be like, he was right. He was right back then. But I want to kind of make this video to say that I was wrong. You were wrong. Many people were wrong. Max just put out a video. I'm sorry, Max. He's the guy. He's wrong as well. But what I want to say right now is that I've seen the light. I'm here to say today, to say clearly, Modern is just as strong as Classic. Sometimes it's even stronger. Okay? That's it. That's it. I want to explain why. So what's wrong? I think what a lot of people have thought, myself included, that like Modern is good. Don't get it wrong. Modern's got its benefits, but it can never be better than Classic, right? Classic is better than Modern. Once you get to like serious level play, right? So like, oh yeah, you know, you're playing down bronze, gold, whatever. Maybe even get to platinum. Modern's good, but if you want to play serious, you need to play Classic. It's completely false. Absolutely 100% false, right? We've been seeing results happen in Japan. You know, I've covered it on the channel before. You know, Street Fighter League, you have, what's his name? Shuto is doing work with Modern Marissa. You got Tachikawa doing work with Modern Luke. We just had the biggest Street Fighter 6 tournament to date. 1,300 players here for a tournament of power, whatever. I forget what the name is called. 1,300 plus players. As you see on the bottom right there, it was won by a team of three modern users. So Haitani, Shuto, and Oberman. And all the players that are using Modern now, that are playing with it seriously, they themselves are also saying, look, Modern is cracked. This is amazing. It's so strong. It's just people aren't listening, right? So I switched, you know, I played Modern Lily early on. I was having fun with her, but I never really took her that seriously. But I switched to Modern Cammy about a week, 2 weeks ago. I feel like I'm cheating. I hate agreeing with like the bronze rank players there, but things happen in the game. I'm like, that was cheap. That was super cheap. Like, I know I could not have done that on Classic, but Modern is carrying me right there. And I'm saying for you guys as well, I'm telling you, Modern is better than Classic for you, right? The thing is, whenever a lot of these discussions, they bring up someone like Punk, you know? It's always Punk. Yeah, but Punk, he can do that on Classic. You're not Punk. You need to get that through your head. You are not Punk. Punk is one of the best players in the entire world. He's in the top 0.0001%. His reactions are ridiculous. He's always had like inhuman reactions, but you're not Punk, okay? You can't be like Punk. There are limits, right? He's the alpha. Yeah, he is the alpha right there. You can't be like Punk unless you pick Modern, and then you can work with the game and do it. So why is Modern so strong? Real quick, I know we talk about it a lot. I just want to have all centralized in one video. The first thing I want to say is, if you see anybody ever complain about Modern and they talk about auto combos, completely just ignore them. They have no idea what they're talking about. So this is literally the auto combo stuff. It matters if, again, you're like bronze or silver, but auto combo is complete non-factor. It has nothing to do with why Modern is strong. So Modern is strong because of your reaction speed gets ridiculous. So one button DP, you just hold forward, right? Holding forward, pressing this special attack button is super fast. Even with the shortcuts, right? It still will never be as fast as being able to press it like that. And it might only be a split second. And, you know, in training mode, of course, whenever people use training mode to kind of show off like, oh, I can do a DP, no problem, I can do it too. That's not in a match. In a match, there's so much going on, right? There's so much happening in a match. And you hear this term all the time in Street Fighter about mental stack, right? Mental stack. You have to worry about your opponent jumping. You got to worry about them dashing. You got to worry about them drive rushing in. You got to still play neutral with them, doing special. There's so much stuff to think about. And then on top of that, it's a drive impact. So you get overwhelmed with options. And when you're thinking about all the different options and trying to cover everything, your reaction speed gets a little bit slower, right? Your reaction speed kind of drops down because you're too focused on everything. It's not that when I'm playing Modern, it's not that I'm reacting faster or I can move better, I can think better. It's just that there's less stress. There's less things for me to think about. I don't have to worry about my opponent jumping, because if they jump, I don't even need to worry, right? Even I keep mess up. If they jump, even if I'm not ready for them, even if I accidentally press a ground button, which is the wrong thing to do, my DP will come out so fast. I'm so confident in my reaction, I can just DP every time. Same thing on the ground. If someone wants to drive rush at me, you know, which is a very, I know you guys hate drive rushes all the time. It's hard to deal with. If someone drive rushes at me and I see this little thing, EXDP, just murder them right there. If I got super, just super, right? My reaction speed is the same, right? As with Classic, it's just the ease of inputs. The ease of inputs lets even my 40-year-old, my slow-ass reaction time, I can still make it. I can still make it in time to check all these things. And freeing all that up where I don't have to worry about what you're doing, it allows me to play my game. It allows me to be more aggressive, to play more neutral, more comfortably, more confidently, and then each character its own benefit. So I showed you Cammy. Her big benefit, of course, you get TK dive kick, which is super strong. You can always never have to worry about messing that up. The DP, her level 3 is the best in the game. You have stuff like that. There's other character benefits too. Let me just show you some of them. So like, for example, Modern Luke, not only does he have, the easy input and stuff, but here's something special for him, is that one of his best buttons here is Stand Fierce in Classic. So Luke can do it from a crouch, because in Modern, it's locked behind the assist button. So he can be crouching, Stand Fierce with punish. In Classic, right, you got to let go, so you got to stand up and do it, right? That one little extra frame right there, that these kind of little, like, 1 frame, 2 frames, or like the little execution stuff. Again, if you look at it in the vacuum, it's not a lot. But when you're playing in a match, this is big. Being able to just swing from there. And then everything else. What else? And Marissa, again, she got like the best level 3. But the 1-button Gladius right here. So her anti-air is kind of weak, right? Her anti-air is kind of weak. But 1-button Gladius as an anti-air. Again, the armor starts right away is really good. Also with pressuring. Being able to walk in and out of Gladius range instead of having to input it like this, you can just walk 1 button. So these little execution tricks that only work in Modern, they're hard to understand on paper. That's the other thing too, is a lot of people theory craft, myself included. We all like theory craft about the characters, but you don't know until you actually try. Once you try the character, you'll be like, wait, this one thing is messed up and it's only available in Modern. So the characters are way stronger than we thought. So why wouldn't you play Modern? So it's not, Modern is not like all better. Of course, you understand that there are damage penalties. So whenever you use an easy input, there's 20%. So see right there, so it's 880% compared to 1,000. So you lose 20% damage. In this case, that's 200 damage, which is 2% health. That's the difference right there. That's less than 1 jab, right? Each time you do an anti-air, it's less than 1 jab difference. It does not matter for that kind of stuff. Especially because everything else, especially throws, which is super strong, are still the same. It's not a universal damage nerf. There's some other situations too where it's not because of special, but you lose some normals. Let me just give you just a real quick example for Cammy, right? So you do dash, crouch heavy, crouch medium punch, and that combo's right there. How much did this do? That did 2,100 damage, okay? Now, unfortunately, in Modern, she doesn't have that button. That crouch medium punch is gone. If you try and do that setup, you got to swap the button. So there's another damage penalty here, right? You got to use jab instead right there. But you still get the same, you understand? It's still the same situation. It's not like she really uses setup. It's just a little bit of damage, right? It's just a little bit of damage here, a little bit of damage there. But the other stuff makes up for it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what everyone else is trying to tell you. That's it. That's all I want to say. The reason why I'm making this video is because there's so many... The game's been out for 2 months. Nobody knows what they're talking about with Modern because people don't want to play it. I see so many comments of people saying, I tried it, it felt terrible, I went back to Classic. It's like, yeah, of course, if you learn anything new, it's going to feel terrible, right? If you play it for 5 minutes in training mode, you're like, this stinks. Like, you're trying to unlearn 20 years of muscle memory or whatever. You're like, this stinks, I'm going back. Of course you're not going to understand it. I think, this is my prediction here on August 2nd, is that by the time Street Fighter 6 is over, there's going to be just as many Modern players, if not more than Classic. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just think it's going to happen. I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist right now, but I'm telling you this as a Modern player. You'll see. As more people start to be like, wait a second. Why am I doing this? Why am I trying to be like Punk when I'm clearly not Punk? Why is this, like, the game is giving me this super strong kind of play mode. And if you don't want to do it and everyone else is doing it, if I'm using it, if everyone else is using it and beating you, why would you keep getting your ass beat? We'll see. Anyway, that's just my theory. I want to say it right now. But there it is. That's it. I really am trying to make you understand. It's not that Modern is strong at low level and bad at high level. Modern is just as good as Classic. Modern can be better than Classic for certain characters. It's better than Classic for a lot of you players too. That's what you need to recognize. Is like nobody's perfect. On paper, yes, Classic might be better, but in actuality, Modern's going to cover your weaknesses, make you a stronger player. You'll see. You'll see. Anyway, let me know. I know a lot of people disagree. That's fine. If you disagree with me, I'd also, I don't want to like fight, like, you're an idiot, you're wrong, but I also be interested if you tried Modern. That's my take right now, is that whenever, I played I got a Classic to master, I got a Modern to master. I've tried both. I'm speaking out of experience. Too many people are talking without actually trying it. It's hard to have like a nuanced discussion. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you're writing, if you're watching right now in 2025, 2024, and we're in a modern future, just remember Juna said it. Juna called it. I'm telling you. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Modern War is where we at. All right, peace.